Your all-new F-Pace has a bunch of features, and we're going to get right to it. On the outside, the vehicle has passive entry. Simply put your hand in the handle, pull it, the door will unlock. Press the round button on the end of the handle to lock it. If your vehicle is equipped with power gesture tailgate, simply kick your foot underneath the left and or right side of the tailgate area to open the tailgate. You can also do the same to close it. You can of course open and close the hatch by using your key fob with this button here. Next to that button you can flash your lights, lock and unlock, press the lock button twice to engage the alarm, and then lastly you have your panic button here. Some rear seat information. To fold your seats, you can start by folding the headrest down. This will ensure that the seat has enough room to properly fold. Pull that lever there and simply fold the seat down. Should your vehicle come with the click and go system, installing your accessories couldn't be any more simple. You'll notice the base. Simply push the accessory into the base, you will hear a click. You can find all the accessories available for your F-Pace or any Jaguar Land Rover product at the link below. You can simply fill out your vehicle's information and browse all the available accessories and order them directly through us here at Kaplan's. As we transition to the media functionality, first thing I like to do with my customers is pair up the cell phone. So we're going to hit Connect Phone on the Pivi Pro screen, navigate to Settings on your phone, into Bluetooth, you'll see F-Pace pop up. Once you do, simply select that. You can hit Pair on your phone, and yes on the Pivi Pro screen, and now your phone's all paired up for phone and media. Now when you enter your phone tile on your home screen, if you allowed your contacts to sync up with your Pivi Pro system, your recent calls will appear, as well as your contacts. You can also press the keypad to dial a number directly. This is my phone number if you have any questions. If we hit the Home tab here and go into Media, we can then select your phone as an audio source by pressing the green arrow and selecting your phone. Touchscreen is going to display any album art or relevant song information that pulls directly from Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music. And you can see here I went into our Sirius XM tab, and you can just gesture the screen like you would your smartphone to browse available stations. You can go into your favorites, and if you actually press browse, you can sort by genre of radio, and then subgenres like music. If we go into the rock tab here, it's going to list any stations associated with that genre. You can also search directly. You can input a frequency number, like I'm doing here, or you could search the name. So a bunch of different ways to navigate your media. And to save a favorite, all you'd have to do is hit the star next to the frequency. And under the Stations tab is a full list of available stations for the FM band. I hit the settings in the right-hand corner and navigate to audio, and here's where you can control your treble, bass, and subwoofer, as well as the balance of the speakers inside the vehicle. Meridian, in my opinion, sounds best. Find that the Pivi Pro navigation is super easy to use. We're going to simply go into our navigation tab here, and if you're low on fuel, it's going to display that and give you options for the closest fuel stations. Otherwise, you can hit the search tab like I did here and type in an address all in one shot. It's really intuitive, so if you're searching locally within the state, you can just put some keywords about the address and it's going to populate. You can simply hit go once you find the address, or if you select the address, you can save it as your home or work. You can also get alternative routes by hitting routes. And it'll show you the most economical, the shortest, the fastest, etc. Simply hit go, and it's going to start giving you turn-by-turn navigation. We hit end there to close it out. You can also pinch to zoom and zoom out. If I press the down arrow there, it's going to show you upcoming maneuvers. And again, just hit end. Once you know where you're going, you don't want to hear the navigation anymore, you can simply hit end. You can also search by point of interest, like I'm doing here. And if there's a phone number associated, like there is here, you can simply press that and it's going to dial right from your cell phone through the Bluetooth. I'm again going to hit the settings button in the bottom right corner and navigate to navigation, select map, and hit satellite map. Your car is equipped with satellite navigation, which gives you a really detailed view, as you can see here. Very similar to Google Maps. If you also configure your instrument cluster to display the map, it'll show the satellite view as well. You'll notice on the margin of the screens some shortcut buttons. Starting with the left-hand side, you have shortcuts for navigation, phone, as well as media. These are handy if you're in different submenus and you just want to quickly navigate there. On the right-hand side, you have your surround camera button. To zoom around the vehicle, if your vehicle does have the surround camera, press the arrows, left or right. And you can also press the black dots closest to the vehicle to tap into those individual cameras. Really handy if you're in a tight parking space or just generally want to see what's going on around you. And again, just to reiterate, the settings button is on the bottom right-hand corner. However, we're going to go into a much deeper dive of those submenus shortly. The bottom left corner, those 4 squares get you into another set of submenus, again, which we're going to get back to in just a few moments. Your climate functionality is controlled by some digital analog gauges here. When I hit the silhouette of the person, this screen pops up, and this is where you can control where the fan is blowing, be it at your face or at the floor, turn your max defroster. And the bezels are multifunctional, so you can control your temperature on the left and right side for both driver and passenger. Now if you press the sync button, you'll get a haptic feedback letting you know it registered. Now when you turn the driver side, it dictates the temperature of the whole car. If you pull the dial out, it allows you to control the fan speed, which is universal for the whole car. Press the seat button on the climate panel. It's going to pull up a screen here that allows you to turn your heated and or cooled seats on from the touchscreen. Additionally, on your climate panel, things like timed recirculation, heated windshield, max defroster, max AC, rear defroster, and down here, if equipped, wireless phone charger with cellular signal boost. Your vehicle is equipped with an electronic shifter along with different drive modes. Foot on the brake, press the button on the back of the shifter, and shift it towards drive. Move the shifter all the way forward till you meet resistance for reverse. Middle position is for neutral. Press the P to put it in park. Additionally, you have a scroll wheel for your radio volume. Start-stop button is located above that. And here is your drive mode selector. After pressing the button, the bezel pops up, and by turning it, it allows you to select different drive modes, including dynamic, comfort, eco, rain, ice, and snow. And you'll see under JDC info the description of each mode. By pressing the drive info button, it pulls up a graphic of the vehicle's 4 wheels, and we'll show you where the power is being distributed. This button here is called All Surface Progress Control. Essentially, it acts as a low-speed cruise control, allowing you to set a target speed between 2 miles per hour and 19 miles per hour. Situations in which you'd use this special program include driving down a really muddy road or windy road, allowing you to set a maximum speed that the vehicle won't eclipse, which then in turn will allow you just to focus on the road ahead. Next to that is your traction control button, which is by and large going to remain on all the time. And in your center console here, you have USB-C and USB charging points. Now we're going to do a deeper dive of our settings menus. By pressing the settings cogwheel again in the bottom right hand corner, it's going to allow us to access our quick settings. And here you're going to find the option to shut the touchscreen off completely, adjust the theme, meaning light, dark, or auto, adjust home layout, articulate the brightness of the screen. Your vehicle also has auto brake hold. And what auto brake hold is when you get to a red light or a stop sign and you depress the brake hard enough, it will put the vehicle in a semi-permanent parked position. This is really handy if you're at a notoriously long red light or you're stuck in gridlock traffic. Virtually all but erasing that feeling of fatigue after you've depressed the brake really hard for a long period of time. And beyond that is the auto stop start function, which you can disable for the current drive cycle only. By pressing home screen, this allows you to edit the layout of your home screen as well as the tiles. Audio allows you to adjust your audio settings. And when we go into all, here's where you have a bunch of different options. Let's go ahead and make sure mobile data is on and you can agree to the terms and conditions. Beyond that, you have Android phone settings, Apple iPhone settings. If we go into vehicle and select driver assistance, here's where you can select which driver assistance features are on or off. Things like emergency braking, driver fatigue alert, automatic parking aid. Under safety and security, you can see when the last time your alarm was triggered. You can turn off the audible lock warning, which means when you lock the car, it will give you an audible beep. You can also turn off two-stage unlocking, so when you unlock the car, it unlocks all the doors instead of just unlocking the driver's side. And then you can change the speed at which the vehicle will engage the door locks. By selecting exterior lights, here you'll be able to shut off your automatic high beam assist, as well as change the headlamp delay for when you get out of the vehicle. We select the convenience tab. We're actually going to start off by pressing gear shift paddles first. And then here you can choose whether or not you want your gear shift paddles active in sport only or drive and sport. Under wipers, here's where you can turn your rain sensing wipers either on or off. And in the mirrors tab, you can turn your reverse dip mirrors either on or off. When we select the Windows tab, your all-new F-Pace has a feature called Window Global Open and Global Close. By pressing and holding the unlock button on the key fob, you'll see here it rolls all the windows down. If you press and hold the exterior lock button on the door handle, it'll roll the windows up. And if your F-Pace is equipped, you can select the cabin lighting tab to select your desired mood lighting. You have up to 3 zones to choose from. Right now we have it set to 1 zone. We'll hit the light bulb, select the desired color, and hit OK. Press the toggle switch to engage 3 zones, and zones 1 and 2 can have 2 independent color lights running at the same time. The 3rd zone will always have a soft white LED light. Additional menu items include being able to access general settings such as time and date, change the language and keyboard configurations, download additional apps, see notifications, and check for software updates. Transitioning into the overhead console, you'll see this button here, and that's roadside assistance. Becomes active when you finish your in-control registration. Jaguar In-Control is a suite of features including a remote start feature from your cell phone that allows you to remote start the vehicle, select a target temperature to precondition the cabin, remote flash your lights, set off your panic alarm, track your to and from journeys. The In-Control cell phone application will also show you your current fuel level, service warnings, last parked location of the vehicle, all complimentary under the vehicle's 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty that includes scheduled maintenance. To the right, this is an SOS button with automatic crash detection. And in between those 2 buttons to the left and right, we have our sunroof operation. This here is to vent and retract the sunroof, and this one here is for the power shade operation. Lastly, additional cabin lighting. To pair up your HomeLink garage door opener, press the button on your garage door transponder in which you'd like to save to banks 1, 2, or 3, while simultaneously pressing banks either 1, 2, or 3. You'll get visual feedback on the mirror when the pairing process is complete. Should that not work, and if safe, you may need to press the Learn button on the top of your overhead garage door module. Once you press that Learn button, return to the vehicle within 30 seconds and press and hold banks 1, 2, or 3 to finish pairing. We'll start with the right-hand side of the steering wheel. To engage cruise control, all you have to do is press the toggle switch up towards set once you're at the desired speed. The plus and minus button on the toggle switch will increase or decrease the speed by 1 mile per hour while in cruise control. Top left button where it says LIM is for your adaptive speed limiter. You can set a maximum speed that the vehicle will not eclipse. Essentially, it's a governor. Brake to pause cruise control Cancel to shut it off. The circle button with the lines coming down from it is your heated steering wheel. To the right of that, lane departure warning. Turning the middle of the stalk will increase or decrease the sensitivity of your rain sensing wipers. Pushing the stalk up beyond the auto position will turn your windshield wipers on manually. Turning the end of the stalk will engage your rear wipers. Pull the stalk towards you to engage front washer fluid, and press and hold the button on the end of the stalk to engage rear washer fluid. On the left hand side, we have your light set to auto here. You may not look it, but this is spring loaded, so no matter where you turn it, it always goes back to middle position. Turn the middle portion of the stalk to engage your front fog lights if equipped. See the visual feedback on the left hand side of the instrument cluster. Media functionality on the left hand side includes volume up and down on the scroll wheel. Left and right will seek your favorited stations or next song on your playlist. Access your phone screen, voice command functionality. And here, we're going to talk about this diamond button. When you initially press this diamond button, it's going to pull up this screen. What this allows you to do is select one of these functions for that button to complete. You can mute your radio, go to your next audio source. And you'll also see a long press option where you could select yet another one of these available functions. These are functions you'd otherwise have to reach over to the touchscreen to complete, so essentially these are shortcuts that keep you more connected to the road. And so I don't forget to mention, press the left button on the end of the left stalk to cycle through your trip odometer at the bottom. You can see it moving on the bottom right hand corner. To adjust your mirrors, press the left mirror icon, then the joystick to articulate, same for the right hand side. And if you press the two mirror icons, it'll fold the mirrors in, handy if you're going through a car wash or pulling into a tight parking spot. This here is for your child's safety locks and windows in the back. Saving your seating position as well as mirrors and steering wheel is simple as pressing M, letting it go, selecting 1, 2, or 3. You'll get visual feedback on your instrument cluster as well as an audible chime. To then recall this setting, just press 1, 2, or 3. The interior hatch release button is located at your left knee up against the firewall, as well as your instrument cluster brightness to dim the display at night, should it be too bright. If you have any additional questions beyond what we've gone over today, please don't hesitate to consider me a resource. My contact information is below in the video description, as well as some of the links that I talked about throughout my video. I look forward to catching up with you soon.